Brooke, I'm just going to ask.
Okay.
Do you believe in science?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. That's good because a new scientific study just came out that found men know more than women. Science. I'm glad that
Now,
you agree
dude.
100%. You already said you
Here's
think that
the
it's
thing
true.
with science.
No. Here's the thing about it.
Because there are some theories that doesn't make it
Fact.
Wow.
right?
Oh.
And who published this?
So-
Because I'm
sorry.
guessing it's menunited.com.
I messed this up.
Yeah, what are your
It's
sources?
men know more words than women do.
Really?
That's
Like
what
a
they
bigger
found
vocabulary.
recently. So we're going to do a little test
Huh.
right here.
Okay.
Here's a list of words that 99% of all adult men already know. Brooke, do you know what they are?
Okay.
Here's
what
your
do you got?
chance to debunk science like you've always wanted to.
let's
Let's
go,
start the
Brooke.
music.
All right.
Frisia. What is Frisia?
Frisia. I don't know what Frisia is. Is it a liquid? Frisia. What is
Jose,
it?
let's just do an experiment. Jose, do you know what Frisia is?
Type of flower used
Oh,
to
you're
scent
right.
perfume, I think.
That's right.
Do you
Good
say it?
job.
Whoa.
Is that,
Jose.
is that how you pronounce it, though?
Yeah, Frisia.
Oh.
Let's give you another
Yeah.
one, Brooke.
All right.
Teraflop. Brooke, what's a teraflop? All men know this.
All men know what a teraflop is?
Yeah.
Is it one of your fears of what's going to happen someday to you?
Wrong.
No.
Jose.
I believe it's a unit of computing speed.
You are lying. You gave him the answers before.
Wait, hold on. Let the men talk, Brooke. This is his turn. You had your chance.
Equivalent to 1 trillion operations per second.
Wow,
Yes.
Jose.
Science is
Yes.
just proving true over and over again.
What was my word?
Oh,
of the
really?
day? I
Are
woke
we the
up.
dumb ones? Because you're the one that doesn't know what these words mean. Let's try it one more time, Brooke.
Give her an easy one.
Okay, here's an easy one.
Okay.
Peplum.
Peplum.
What's a peplum?
It's a style of dress.
Jose?
Can I help her?
Yeah, maybe you should enlighten her. Tell us what a peplum
It's
is.
technically a short section of fabric that's attached to the waistline of a blouse or a jacket to create a hanging frill.
That's what it is. Thank you. Thank you for
Jeff.
making it clear for
I can-
everybody.
Girl, these dumb girls.
See on his computer that you
No.
wrote out
Yeah.
his answers.
Wow. I guess science was right. Guys, do know more. It's time to repeal the voting law for the
man.
ladies in the room. You got to earn it, Brooke.
know what?
You both are a teraflop. That's what I've decided.
I hate to say
It doesn't make any sense. Let's move on to the shot collar question of the day. And Digital J, can I request that you give us a trivia question with some very simple, easy words that Brooke would be able to understand, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Well, part of becoming a responsible adult is learning to tackle daily chores that keep your home in order.
Okay.
Okay.
For example, some of those tasks might include things like emptying out your Roomba, Febrezing your bed sheets.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, you can wash them.
Yeah. Well, even Jose went to wash it.
Febreze is fine. Febreze works. It's a chemical. Or,
Smells fine. Looks awful.
even erasing your browsing history. Just a daily chore to do.
Yeah, just
smart.
in case.
It's
I'm
just
with
like
that.
mopping the floors, huh?
But back in colonial times, daily chores were a little different, a little more labor intensive, and back then, most daily tasks didn't even happen inside the house. So, a new survey asked 1,000 people to name a daily chore people had to do during colonial times that we don't do anymore. I have the top 5 answers for a revolutionary edition of Unglued Family Feud.
Get it, Alexis? It's like
No, but you're gonna have an advantage on this.
okay.
Savage.
All right.
That was so good,
You asked.
Alexis.
We'll start with the man who just learned it's pronounced colonist, not colonist.
Disappointing.
Even though he would have applied for that position if it was available back then.
Yeah.
Young Jeffrey. Jeffrey, name a chore people would do during colonial times that we don't do anymore.
Okay, well, what would you have to do in like the 16 to 1700s?
Well, there's no plumbing, there's no electricity.
And then they salt their roofs. Wasn't that like superstition? You had to put salt on your roof so that the witches wouldn't come and cast a spell on your home.
I haven't heard that one. Do you salt a sidewalk so that the ice doesn't stick to it?
I'm gonna guess salt your roof, salt your thatched roof.
Salt your roof didn't make the list. Let's go over to Alexis. A chore people would do back in the day that we don't do anymore.
Okay, were they riding horses around back
Yeah,
then?
for sure.
Okay, so the horses need to eat. So you have to feed them.
Back then, everyone did have a horse, so that makes sense.
Poop and scoop. I mean, that's going to be
Oh, like cleaning
Yeah.
up
big
the
thing.
For a horse,
animals?
my God, you need a giant
Ew.
baggie for that.
Yeah, or they just left it on the ground, I actually think, mostly.
Most
but-
likely, yeah.
Can I just say, like, checking on your horse, Jake?
Checking on your
Giving the whole field howdy do.
How about caring for your
Caring
horses?
for your
Caring,
horse. A little
yeah.
brush, a little apple. I don't know what they eat.
Overall, little apple.
I'm gonna say caring for your animals. That's correct, Alexis.
Good job.
Checking on your horse, milking your cows, feeding your chickens, checking on the horse again, make sure he's still there.
Alexis is out there trying to milk the horse.
At least I took care of it.
All right. Horse milk is number 4. Let's go over to Jose.
I want to say this, but it's kind of gross. But I learned a fact a while ago that they used to, back in the day, like literally have buckets of pee and
Yeah,
poo.
chamber pot. That's
Yeah.
a chamber pot.
And
Brooke
like
My
knew
dad
that one.
still uses one in our
Oh.
cabin.
That's tough. Can't answer that now.
Yep.
so yeah, so it's still in
He
use.
pees in it every night. And then I just see him going out the back door to dump
you know
it.
that
You deserve better, Arlene. You deserve better. I'm here.
Yes.
It's not a
Love
lie.
your dad. Emptying your chamber pot.
Emptying the chamber pot. Not on the list.
Oh, darn.
Let's go over to Brooke. Brooke, you seem to be right in your wheelhouse here. Right in your outhouse.
Brooke still lives in the
Oh
colonial
my god.
times.
Oh, okay. What were they doing back then? I feel like I'm always imagining movies when we're talking about this time, and they're beating a lot of rugs. Like taking
Yeah.
rugs out and beating them because there's no vacuum cleaners.
Right.
I'm gonna go beat your rugs, Jake.
Beat your rugs. Not on the list.
Hmm.
Let's go over to Jeffrey now. We have only Alexis is safe so far.
Maybe it's just as easy as, since they didn't have indoor plumbing, they used to have to like go down to the creek and bring the water back by bucket.
Oh, bring water. Yeah,
not
like
gonna say
drinking
anything.
water.
What?
I think it's a great answer.
Really?
Oh, your
Yeah,
dad
my-
carries water, doesn't he?
My parents' best friends didn't have electricity or plumbing till I was 16. They literally went down to the creek and carried their water.
All right, I'm going to say
Wow.
bring water
Yeah.
back and forth from the creek.
Bringing water back from the crick. That's correct.
Yeah.
That's number 2, carrying water.
Okay.
Jose, Jeffrey, and Alexis are safe.
I was gonna go with collecting food for the day, whether it's hunting or you're going out to the chickens and collecting the eggs.
Collecting food didn't make the list either. Brooke.
I'm trying to think of like
I know.
chores.
They don't have heat. You have to cut the firewood, Jake.
Yeah, collect firewood.
Cut
That's great.
firewood. That's number 5.
That
Yeah.
is great.
There you go. Let's quickly go over the top 5. A chore people did during colonial times that we don't do anymore. Number 5, chop wood. Number 4, check on the horse. Milk your cows, essentially, Alexis. You got that. Number 3 was said in the room, hand washing your clothes. We do wash our clothes today, but hand washing them and
yeah.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
darn it.
Number 2 was carrying water. And number 1, surprised didn't get said, churning butter. A classic.
I wrote that down, but I was like, no.
Churn the butter, Ma.
Literally the first thing I wrote down. Darn
Oh,
it.
God.
Jose is going to be getting shocked today. Somebody wanted to hear Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand. Ow!
That's terrible.
Ever heard it?
Sounded exactly.
Well, that was a fun ride. Hear it for yourself on our socials at Brooke and Jeffrey.